So on the track here, look, we just saw an unbelievable women's a women's Victorian Miles Championship. Absolutely dominated gun to tape by Lauren Ryan. So sensational racing. And on the track right now, we have Tom McFarlane of Glen Huntly with hip number 1, Michael Marantelli of VCL with hip number 2. Number 3, Angus Dalton of Old Zaverians. Number 4, Aidan Roberts of Essendon. Number 5, Liam Cashin of Wesley. Number 6, Wolfgang Kotra Nemesi of Collingwood. Number 7, Jason Clayton of Glen Huntly. Number 8, Alexander Angus of Old Melburnians. Number 9, Alex Gruen of Old Melburnians. Number 10, Matthew DJ Hussey of Western Athletics. Number 11 on here, we have Nathan Pearce, I believe, of Western Athletics. Number 12, Alistair Christie of Doncaster Athletics. Number 13, Lockie Hurd of Casey Cardinia. And number 14, Riley Bryce of Old Zaverians.
Thanks, gentlemen. On your marks.
So 13 men underway here in the Victorian Mile Championship. Again, the same as the ladies. There will be no pacemaker, maybe no Olympians in this race, but still a star-studded field nonetheless. Michael Marantelli, I'm sure he gets sick of hearing it, but our AFL boundary umpire leading us out here through the first 100. So we'll let these boys settle, find a little bit of room to be able to get their legs. Lockie Hurd, a winner at the Victorian Miles Club not too long ago. Nathan Pearce spent what felt like an eternity at Falls Creek, so we'll see if that sort of translates across to some great fitness. Cash and Hussey, the Western A's boys, are going to be there in a strong force. On the inside from Glen Huntly as well is Clayton. So through the first 200, Michael Marantelli, as we've seen time and time again for years and years, he wants to lead it out. Watch out for the long hair of Wolfgang of Collingwood as well. Slips a little bit to the back, so he's getting checked a bit. A little bit of older experience maybe pushing him towards the back there, but Marantelli, he's going to lead them out. Lockie Hurd on the outside. Nathan Pearce just inside from there. Also, too, is Cash and Hussey, beautifully poised on the inside there. Old Melburnians athlete, I believe in Gruen as well, is going to sit there. And Angus not far away either. So, 67 seconds through the first lap. So, we're not absolutely cooking, but we're still cooking nonetheless. As these boys start to move around. So now Marantelli, he gets the benefit of getting the sit. Hurd now wants to take it. Cashin on the outside of that. Hussey on the inside of that. And so too as well as our Glen Huntly athlete in Clayton. So Clayton on the outside now. Look at Aidan Roberts on the outside of your screen moving out to lane 2. Beautiful arm carry on Aidan Roberts. So maybe he might be able to move through. Hussey looking comfortable. He's a danger. Close to the NCAA system, Matt Hussey, and now he starts to move. So he's not content with the pace, Matt Hussey. He's more than happy to take this out, and that's exactly what he's going to do. So Lockie Hurd pushes him back a little, says, I want the lead here. You want the lead? You're going to work a little bit harder than that, and Hussey takes a step back. So Cashin on the inside, Hussey on the outside, Hurd still leading it through, Clayton behind them, Roberts moves through now too. Nathan Pearce getting a little bit lost in the traffic, so we'll see if he can move around on the outside. Watch Roberts of Essendon. He may be the big mover. Clayton tucking onto the back of this pack. But it's Cashin. And look at this. This pace has ramped up. 2:13 on the clock as we went through. We're going to have to wait and see what it is with a lap to go. But Cashin, he's not happy with that. Hurd now, he's got great 800 metre speed. So what can he do? Absolutely trounced them at the Victorian Relay Championships 2 weeks ago. Matty Hussey in a class of his own too at times. So we'll see if he can get moving. But Cashin, Hurd, Hussey, Clayton, Roberts, Marantelli. There is your top 6 right now. We'll see if that changes with 600 metres to go. Hurd now takes back over. So these two boys are like the peloton in a cycling race. They're going to help each other out, and we're going to see if any of them can be broken. So we have a pack of 7. Marantelli sitting at the back, and the man sitting behind him there is either Gruen or Angus. We'll get a better look at it as they come through. But Lockie Hurd, he wants to win his first Victorian Mile Championship. So do the rest of these boys. Nobody here has a mile title. So let's see how we go. Hurd, Cashin, Hussey. The one coming through now is Roberts. So too with hip number 9 on his shoulder, 3:11. So that was a 58-second lap with 2 laps to go. Lockie Hurd stepped on the inside there, but he's come back out. Now Hussey comes. So Hussey really wants a piece of this action. Hurd has been the one leading it through, so this is going to be a bit closer than our women's race. So strap in for a bumpy last 300. It looks like it's a race in 3. If Roberts can claw it back, I'll be impressed. Hussey now starts to move on the outside, and he doesn't just move, he booms away. So 210 metres to go. It's going to be Hussey. What does Hurd have either. Does Cashin. 3:40 on the clock. Hussey now starting to move. He starts to get that stride going. Here comes Cashin, though. He's only 5 metres back. Watch the cadence of his legs now with 140 metres to go. So Hussey, training partner Cashin, also there is Hurd still. So these boys are going to be the ones to move, but it's Matt Hussey. 100 metres to go. Cashin now looks at the ground. He doesn't know if his legs are going to take him there. A look around the shoulder for Matty Hussey. DJ Husdog, he's going to take it down. 4:07, 4:08, 4:09 for the Victorian Mile Championship. Hurd for second. It's going to be our old Melburnian athlete there. I'll get the hip number for third place, I should say. But Matt Hussey, your Victorian Mile Champion. A sensational race there from Matty Hussey. So your women's champion will be Lauren Ryan from gun to tape. Matt Hussey ran just about every position in that race you could possibly imagine, and he's going to come home with a win as well. So great racing here for the Victorian Mile Championships.